Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So last week, you guys, I did two videos concerning Selbeyonce, Selby, the radio DJ that was working for Ukhozi FM, leaving Ukhozi FM. He was doing the afternoon drive with Uchata, okay? Good combination. I had said that I did like their show, that the show was going to be different without him. So from the announcement, you guys, it felt like maybe he's just pursuing other things besides, radio, okay? And I did not think that he was going to another radio station because it had not been mentioned, okay? I thought he was wanting to maybe focus on his other businesses. Maybe he wants to focus on TV because he's done, a bit of TV here and there. But you guys, the day after he did his last show on Ukhozi FM, Igagasi FM, which is another KZN radio station, announced that he was joining them for their afternoon drive. Okay, so basically he's going to be doing a show that competes with the show that he was doing on Ukhozi FM. I didn't know this, but they are saying that Selbeyonce used to be at Igagasi FM. So before he worked for Ukhozi, he worked for Igagasi FM. I do think that it's going to affect the show, the viewers, the listenership of Ukhozi FM show, because obviously you had people that loved Selby, you had people that loved Uchata, and then you had people that loved the combination of the two. I loved the combination of the two. And now the people that loved Selby are probably going to go with him to Igagasi, and then the others are going to be left. So obviously it's going to affect the show. Nonetheless, you guys, of course, if another radio station is offering you, good money, you might as well go and get the good money. Now, you guys, there had been talks that Igagasi FM had offered Selby a lot of money. That's why he had left Ukhozi FM. But there's an article that I read where Igagasi management had said, no, that's not true, that they had offered him a lot of money. But I'm like, but if he's willing to leave that other job for this one, the money must have been good, okay? Now, you guys, there's another article written on the City Press. They're talking about how there is there are talks that Selbeyonce was being investigated for something on Ukhozi FM. That is really the reason why he left Ukhozi FM. Now I'm like curious, okay, what has Selby done, okay? What has he done did? Okay, so it says here, Selbeyonce denies jumping ship at Ukhozi FM to escape probe and disciplinary hearing. It's a story written by Nompumelelo Makakula for the City Press. It says, Selbeyonce Mkhize has left Ukhozi FM after 13 years. Mkhize denies rumors of probe or disciplinary hearing, calling them a lie. She's excited and nervous about the new challenge at Igagasi FM. This week, which is basically last week, let me see, which it was written the article was written yesterday, the 23rd, okay? So this week, Selbeyonce Mkhize announced her departure from Ukhozi FM. But he announced last week. What are they saying? Okay. After 13 years with the radio station, her departure was announced on Tuesday, and she presented her last show the following day. She told City Press that she had resigned early this month, but chose to keep it under the wraps. On Friday, urban commercial radio station Igagasi FM announced that Mkhize was rejoining the station. She previously worked for Igagasi FM in 2009 and left to join Ukhozi FM as a volunteer in the same year. Ukhozi FM offered the presenter a full-time position in 2015. After the announcement on Friday, Mkhize, who sounded preoccupied with celebrations, told City Press that she had mixed emotions about returning to Igagasi FM. I'm feeling excited and scared at the same time. I have the nerves too because I'm stepping into a big show. So much is expected from me, the essay is watching. On Wednesday, Mkhize told City Press that she was not under pressure to leave Ukhozi FM, adding that she had just wanted growth and new ventures. Mkhize was shocked to discover that a colleague shared that she was skating on thin ice. Without going into detail, The colleague said Mkhize was close to being fired as she was under investigation and facing disciplinary hearing. The colleague claimed that Mkhize's hearing was kept a secret, adding that maybe she realized that her superiors had strong evidence, so she decided to jump ship. That is something that was not spoken about. She had no option but to leave before things got messy. So resigning was better than being fired. Even last week, she was attending a hearing. Adding to the source, she thought it was better to just resign before she was fired because she could see that her days were numbered. She knew she was not going to survive, so she decided to jump ship. Okay, I'm just wondering, guys. Listen, people be just hating or at work. Okay. Because listen, nobody would know about this story if this colleague didn't, talk to the media about it, okay? Why would she randomly leave Ukhozi for Igagasi when radio contracts are renewed in April? Would you leave Ukhozi FM for Igagasi? Good question. That's like what, guys? Okay, that's like leaving, what? After for Capitec, but people do it all the time anyway. So yeah, because I would think that working for cause is better than working for Igagasi. But guys, it depends on the money that they're offering. What do they offer you? If the money is good, then you're moving over there by Igagasi. Okay. Asked about the investigation and disciplinary hearing, Mkhize said, "What? No, that is a lie." She emphasized that she and her previous bosses were in good standing and she left by a mutual agreement. Anyway, you guys, when they were celebrating her last day on Ukhozi FM, of course, it looked like all is well. Okay, they are set to see her go, but they were wishing him all the luck. So, wishing her all the luck, guys. May she forgive me, okay? May she forgive me, okay? With the pronounced situation, okay? There was no disciplinary hearing. I think the person is just a hater, okay? There is no such. You can call them my bosses, they will tell you right now that there is no such thing. Okay, so it says, listen, call my bosses, they will tell you that there is no such thing. If I was going through disciplinary hearing, then I wouldn't have had a great send-off that I had. The bosses wouldn't have come down and said goodbye to me and wish me well. It's just a lie. I also don't think so. But they still will say goodbye. Okay. SABC head of communication Umnoni Siapelo encoded Mkhize's sentiment, saying that the public broadcaster stood by the statement released by Ukhozi FM on Tuesday. The court of the business manager on that statement nullified the question, said Siapelo. Mkhize defended her decision to join Igagasi FM. Why not? It's a commercial radio station and I wanted a commercial element. Does that mean Igagasi is smaller than Ukhozi? I don't think so. Igagasi is the number one regional commercial radio station in SA. It's moving from one champion to another. Igagasi is doing amazing things. They have been around for a good 19 years and that's where I started, she said. Mkhize and Spay Spectacular Ngwenya and Lebogang, DJ Neves, her new co-host had left Metro FM for Igagasi twice. Okay, and you guys, yes, we've seen people leave bigger stations for Igagasi FM, so I think they do pay well. Okay, even though we did have that case of that girl that was paid 750 or something. Okay, so maybe it depends who you are. Over there by Igagasi, okay? The source said that some presenters were not added to the new Ukhozi FM lineup because they were also skating on thin ice. This week, Ilanga newspaper reported that Igagasi FM had snatched Mkhize after they offered her the exorbitant fee. The station denied the claims and called the newspaper to retract the story. Mkhize co-hosted Ukhozi FM Afternoon Drive was and Abangani Bakho with Katside Chata Ngobe. At Igagasi FM, she will co-host the Afternoon Drive show called The Igagasi Fast Lane with Naves and Spectacular from Monday. She replaces Thandi Storm Hlongo, who left the station in March. The station went on a 2-month search for her replacement. This is where Londi London actually worked on Ukhozi FM. She was there, I think, for like a week or two. And she did well, you guys, okay? But she was like influencing, you know how influencers are like, What am I saying? Sometimes like the influencers, sometimes they, it's like that thing of their presence. They think that their presence in a place is just enough because they're influencers. I just need to be present. I don't need to make a lot of efforts. If I'm feeling, it's like an appearance. Even when they're showing up for jobs, it's like an appearance. It's like even acting. Sometimes I'll be asking myself, why did they give these acting jobs to influencers? Okay. So, because it's almost like they just think their presence is enough wherever they go. Okay, so Londi London did very well hosting. I think I listened to her maybe like 3 times on Igagasi, and I felt like she did well, but I just felt like it didn't feel like she's making an effort. She was just like, relax. I'm like, girl, fight for your life here, There's a vacancy. You understand what I'm saying? There's a vacancy. Okay, prove yourself here. So it was that situation. She was just like, Angel Dela. I think Angel Dela did make a bit of an effort, okay, when she was there. Okay, but they didn't get the job. Okay, so she replaces Thandi Storm Hlongo, who left the station in March. The station went on 2 months search for a replacement with the likes of a reality TV star, Angel Dela, Londi London, Zulu co-hosting with Ngweya and Naves. Some had hoped that media personality Mina Dlamini would be a replacement after she was also put on the test. Igagasi FM's head of audience, Alex Mtiane, said Mkhize's personality complemented the two co-hosts' energy. Mtiane said Mkhize brought the zest, fun, wit, and the sass the station drive show needed. Okay, so that's what's going on. So Angel Lela, Londi London, and Minnie Dlamini did not get the jobs, okay? Who got the job is, Selbeyonce. And she says she's not being investigated. But I do wonder, what do you get investigated for at the radio station? What? Yeah, you didn't play the adverts when you were supposed to play an advert? Guys, what do they do that they are always getting investigated and getting fired in these radio stations? What goes on in these, studios? Okay. Anyway, guys, that's all that I wanted to talk about. So please go into the comment section and tell me what you think about this. Do you think Londi London and Angel should have gotten the job? Okay. I know they need it. Okay. They need the job so they can have the pay slip. So they can have the payslip that Minnie Tulu was talking about. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in the Tanda. Cool.